Okay, so good day everyone. In this video lecture, I'll be discussing with you the topic under week 4. Okay, so our topic under week 4 is all about concentration of solutions. So when we say concentration, okay, these are the amounts involved in the solution. Okay, so what do we mean about solution? So when we say solution, these are mixture of two or more substance. So may dalawang, it's not just two but more substance in it that are being mixed. Okay, so the mixture of two or more substance is what you call the solution. And there are two components of solution. We have your solute and we also have your solvent. Okay, so those are the two components of solution. Okay, so what do we mean about solute and solvent? So we have solute, sorry. Okay. So we have solute and we also have your solvent. Okay, when we say solute, these are the substances that are being dissolved. Sila yung nadi-dissolve. And when we say solvent, sila naman yung dissolver. Okay, they are the one who dissolve the solute. Okay, say for example, we have salt and water. Okay, salt, water. Okay, now the salt here, the dots here are what you call the salt, and salt is considered to be your solute kasi sila yung natutunaw sa water, and therefore your water is considered to be your solvent because they are the one who dissolve the solute. Okay, so that's the difference between solute and solvent. Now there are three classifications of solution. We have your unsaturated, saturated, and super saturated. Okay, so as you can see when we say unsaturated, the amount of solute is less. Okay, the amount of solute is less. Kokonti yung solute na meron sa unsaturated. Okay, just like this one. Therefore, if you would like to add more solute, kaya pang tunawin ni solvent yung i-add mong solute. Kasi nga, kukunti pa lang yung solute na nailagay mo. That is why it is termed to be unsaturated. Next, how about saturated? Okay, nakalagay dito, no more solute dissolves kasi maximum na yung solute na meron dyan sa solution. Ibig sabihin, if you will add more solute, the solvent can no longer be able to dissolve that because the solvent have reached its capacity, no? Its capacity to dissolve more solute. Hindi niya na kayang magtunaw pa ng solute kapag mag-add ka. Kaya siya tinawag na saturated. Now, how about super saturated? Pag sinabing super saturated, nagkakaroon ng crystal yan. Ngayon, di ba sabi natin kanina sa saturated, maximum na yung amount ng solute kaya hindi na tayo pwedeng mag-add pa kasi hindi na kaya ni solvent tunawin ito. But there is a way to add more and so that the solvent can still dissolve it by exposing it to fire or exposing it to heat. And because of this heat, no, the other solute substances will form as crystals. Okay, para yung other solutes can be accommodated or so that the solvent can still dissolve the added solute. So that is super saturated. Okay, now let's start with let's move on rather with the concentration of solution. So when we say concentration of solution, no, di ba in terms of medical fields, lalo na kapag nagre-reseta yung mga doctors, di ba usually they need to specify the correct amount of the medicine para sa pasyente, okay, para hindi sila ma-overdose. So that is one of the important application of these topics. Now let's start with percent by mass. So when we say percent by mass, we will be going to calculate how much percent by mass of the solute is present in the given solution. Okay, ilang mass kaya ang meron sa solute in a given solution. And we have the formula percent by mass is equal to mass of solute divided by mass of solution multiplied by 100. So the answer here will be expressed always in percentage. Okay, let's have the first example. Now our first example here, if 28.5 gram of calcium hydroxide, which is your CaOH2, okay, is dissolved in enough water to make 4.185 kilogram of solution. What will be the percent by mass of CaOH2 in this solution? Okay, so the first thing that we should do is to list all the given. And as you can see, may dalawang given lang dito. We have your 28.5 and your 4.185. So we have 28.5 gram of CaOH2 and the other one is 4.185 kilogram of solution. Now the next here is to determine what quantity is our 28.5 and our 4.185. So as you can see from the word dissolve, sino yung nadi-dissolve? Si calcium hydroxide. So therefore, we can conclude that your CaOH2 is your solute. Okay, the mass of the solute. Okay, it's the mass of the solute. And how about the second given? So it's already specified that this is the mass of our solution. Ito naman yung mass ng solution. Okay? So now, as you can see, the units of the two given are different. The first one is gram, the second one is kilogram. So the rule here is dapat pareho sila ng unit. Either both of them are expressed in grams or in kilograms. So it's up to you. Always remember that the rule should always be expressed in the same unit. So let's say we choose this one. We convert 4.185 kilogram into grams. So let's convert 4.185 kilogram times, okay, in every 1 kilogram, there are 1,000 grams. So we put this in our calculator. Let me just open. So 4.185 times 1,000, the answer is 4,185. So we cancel kilogram. Now this is gram of solution. Okay, now let's apply the formula. Since the question here is percent by mass, what is the percent by mass? So percent is equal to, so we have the formula, mass of solute divided by mass of solution times 100. Okay, so what is the mass of solute from the given? We have your 28.5 gram of CaOH2. And what is the mass of the solution? Our denominator, the converted one, is 4,185 grams of solution. Now we multiply this with 100. So how much percent? So 28.5 divided by 4,185, okay, times 100. So the answer here is 0.68, okay, 0.68%. So that is the final answer for the first problem, okay? So as easy as that. Okay, now let's proceed for the second problem. The second problem here is, before we solve this, this will be your practice exercise. You can solve this just like the previous steps. And let's check if you are correct. Okay, I will be sending to you the answer for this in our JC na lang. Now let's proceed for the third problem. Okay, the third problem here is how much solute was dissolved in a 210 gram of solution if the concentration of the solution is 50.23%. So as you can see, the percentage is given, okay, which is, okay, let me just, okay, the percentage is given, which is 50.23. Okay, and we also have another given here, which is 210 gram of solution. Okay, so we will be going to derive this formula. Okay, so the first step again is to list all the given. So we have your, okay, let me just change the font. Okay, so the given is, we have 210 gram of solution. Okay, and then we also have 50.23%. So we have 50.23%. So what is the question? The question here is how much solute was dissolved? Solute. So the unknown here is the numerator. Okay, so let's do the derivation. Okay, since the formula is mass of solute divided by the mass of solution multiplied by 100. So as you can see, the question is, this is the unknown, the mass of solute. So we derive, we cross multiply this one. So we get mass of solution, okay, mass of solution times 100 is equal to mass of solute. Okay, now what is this 100? The 100 here will be substituted by the given percentage, which is 50.23. And of course, the mass of solution that is given, which is 210 gram of solution. Okay, now let's do the computation. So the mass of solution, we have 210 gram. Okay, we multiply this with the percentage, which is 50.23. Okay, let me erase this. This should be 50.23%. Okay, what do you think will be the answer? So let's put here 210 times 50.23, shift and the open parenthesis. You need to put the percentage symbol in the calculator. Okay, so the answer here is 105.48. So 105.48. Okay, so what's the unit? This will be gram. Okay, the gram of solute. So this is the final answer for the second problem. Okay, now let's proceed for the second topic, which is percent by volume. Now we're done with percent by mass. The next one is percent by volume. So as you can see, the formula is just similar to the previous one. The mass is changed with the word of volume because we are be going to compute the percentage of volume of the solute present in a solution. So the formula is volume of solute divided by volume of solution times 100. So the same rule here, that the units should be the same. The unit of the numerator and the denominator should be the same. They can be expressed both in liters or in milliliters or in ml. Okay, now let's proceed here for the problem or example for this topic. Okay, so as you can see, find the percentage of a solution that is made by mixing 2,205 milliliters of sodium silicate in 602 liters of solution. Okay, so what are the given? We have your 2,205 ml of sodium silicate, and we also have your 6.02 liters of solution. Okay, what is your 6.02 liters of solution? Is that the volume of solute or the volume of solution? Okay, so as you can see, based on the word solution, definitely that will be our numerator. Okay, our 6.02 liter of solution. And what is our 2,205 milliliters of sodium silicate? So definitely this will be the volume of solute, the numerator, which is 2,205 ml of solute, which is sodium silicate. Okay, now as you can see, they have different units. The numerator is expressed in ml, the second one is in liters. So they should be in the same unit. So just like what I've said, it's up to you as long as they have the same unit. Now let's convert this. Let's say we choose ml to convert in liters. Okay, so in every 1 liter, we have 1,000 ml. Okay, so what's the converted unit? So 2,205 divided by 1,000. So the answer is 2.205. So 2.205, we cancel ml. So this is now liter. Now we use the formula. Okay, the converted is 2.205 liter divided by the numerator, which is 6.02 liter. And we multiply it with 100. Now what's the final answer? We have 2.205, okay, divided by 6.02 times 100. So the answer here is 36 point, okay, the answer is 36.63%. Okay, so that's the answer, 36.63%. So as easy as that. Okay, now let's proceed for the second problem. Now for the second problem, suppose we mix 50 ml of alcohol with enough water to make 36% aqueous solution of alcohol. Find the volume of the solution. Okay, what is the given? What are the given? What is your 50 ml of alcohol? And what is the 36% aqueous solution? So your 50 ml of alcohol, okay, water is our solvent, and the percentage is 36%. Okay, the percentage here is 36%. Okay, and the question here is find the volume of solution. So this is the unknown, the denominator. So definitely our 50 ml is our alcohol. That is the solute. So this is the unknown. We will be going to derive that. Okay, we will be going to derive that. Okay, let's do the derivation. So the formula is volume of solute divided by volume of solution times 100. And the denominator is unknown. So we do cross multiplication. So we have V solution or volume of solution multiplied by 100 is equal to volume of solute. Okay, now we divide both sides by 100. So we can cancel this one. Now the final formula is V solution is equal to V solute divided by the percentage na given. Okay, now we substitute what is the volume of solute given. We have your 50 ml. And the given percentage is 36%. Okay, so what is the answer? So we put here 50 divided by 36%. The answer is 138.89, okay, ml. So that's the answer for this problem. Okay, for the last topic, we have your percent by mass volume. So this is the combination of mass and volume, okay? And the formula is already different because the units have their specific intended units, okay? So your formula here is mass of solute, which is expressed in grams, divided by volume of solution, which is expressed always in ml, and multiplied by 100. Okay, so that is, it's actually to solve the mass of solute present in a given volume of solution, which is in liquid form. Okay, now let's have the first example. So the first example here is find the percent by mass volume of a solution that is made by mixing 2 grams iodine in enough carbon tetrachloride to make 0.80 liter of solution. Okay, so what is your 0.80 liters of solution? Is that the numerator or denominator? Okay, so of course, that is our denominator. From the word solution, okay, we have solution here. So that is our denominator, 0.80 liters. Okay, however, as you can see, the unit should be in ml. So we need to convert 0.80 with, we need to convert that from liters to ml. And we all know that in every 1 liter, there are 1000 ml. So what's the converted one? So 0.80 times 1000 is equal to 800 ml. Now, how about the other given, which is your 2 grams of iodine? So definitely that will be our numerator. So that's 2 grams of solute, or which is our iodine. Okay. Now we can do the math. So 2 grams divided by the converted one, which is 800 ml times 100. So what is the answer? So 2 divided by 800 times 100 is equal to 0.25%. Okay, so that's the answer for this example. Okay, now I will be showing you some other problems for you to compute. Okay, this one. I hope that you have computed this one, and let's check if your answer is correct. Okay, now what is the concentration of a solution made by dissolving 0.15 kilogram of salt? Okay, we have the salt and we have the water. So salt is your solute, water is your solvent. Okay, so where will we put this, numerator or denominator? Okay, that's the mass of solute, which is 0.15. Definitely that is in the numerator. So 0.15 kilogram of NaCl, or also known as salt. Now, how about our mass of solution? Remember that when we say solution, that is the combination of solute and solvent. And as you can see, the other substance specified here is the solvent. It's not the solution. So what shall we do? We need to add the grams of the solvent and the grams of our solute. Okay, so that's the technique. Now, as you can see, they have different units. The salt, the mass of the salt is in kilogram, and the mass of the water is in grams. So just like what I have told you, they should be in the same unit under percent by mass, and at the same time percent by volume. Yung percent by mass volume lang ang may specific units. So sino yung convert natin? Okay, let's say ito na ang convert natin. Okay, so we multiply this one, okay, times, in every 1 kilogram, we have 1000 grams. So what's the answer? So 0.15 times 1000, we have 150 grams of salt. Okay, now we do the math. So we have 150 grams divided by, okay, what is the gram of the solute again? The converted one, that is 150, plus the gram of solvent, which is 205. Okay, times 100. So what's the answer? So we have 150 divided by 150 plus 205. And then we multiply it with 100. So that is 42.25. So the answer is 42.25%. Okay, so that's the answer. I hope you got the correct answer. Okay, so that is the end for the part 1 video under week 4, which is all about concentration of solution.